Catalonia for today's qualifying session for the Spanish Grand Prix. Spain is one of those tracks that can create unexpected results, so it's very difficult to know who might be strong here in today's qualifying.
If you can put together an efficient package with a good compromise between downforce and straight line speed, you can catch the other teams out here, just like Pastor Maldonado did back in 2012. Ferrari have a good track record at this circuit, but my money is on Mercedes to have a strong qualifying session here today.
Hey guys, SpeedyKid101 here, back with F1 2015 episode 5. This time we are at Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix here. And I know that most of you guys do like to see my setup. It's kind of just a handy thing. So we'll just go into it there. So at the moment I'm using 1110, 7175. That's always the same. I can't read that, and the rest is all the same. So let's jump into our first flying lap here of qualifying. So now we've come to the end of the first flying lap here, and here we go now. So our lap is going to start here. So we are the first ones on the track, I do believe, so we'll be the first ones to set in a time, which means it's good for us here at the Spanish Grand Prix. I did a bit of practice. I was first in practice with a 125. I don't know what it's going to be. We just had button flash, so actually not the first on the circuit. So yeah, we managed to pull off first in practice, so let's hope we can get the pole for the Grand Prix tomorrow. So we come into this little double hairpin section. As we come down, we get a good exit there. So this track, I've kind of come to know in the previous years of F1 that it is a lot of tyre wear, and it is crucial on this track to keep your tyres and save them, because you can lose grip quite easily, especially on this little chicane area, because right there is when everyone slides there just to hit that apex. And then up here, of course, you can drift off into the gravel. So this track, definitely a lot of technical places here to try and hit of this track. Make one mistake and your lap time will be gone here at this track as we hit that hairpin. Now I've noticed this hairpin, I've kind of noticed, but I'm not 100% sure that the hairpin is actually easier in 2015 than what it has been in previous years. But correct me if I'm wrong on that, to me it just feels easier. As we come down into the final chicane, I think it's the tightest chicane known on the F1 calendar. I'm not too sure, correct me there if I'm wrong as well. As we come now to the end of the first flying lap here, and what's it going to be? And it's a 124. So now as we skip onto the end of lap 3 in qualifying, lap 2 is a bit bad. 125 is going to come into the hairpin now, a bit of late braking there. Can we hit that apex? And no, we've just gone over the hairpin there. I think I might have stuffed up the lap here. We just got a bit of tail. I'm having mind blank. As we come down, so that corner will always catch you off most of the time if you're tyre wear, especially if you don't have a lot of it. So now as we come into the final chicane now, and this is where things get tight, and we've had a warning for corner cutting there. That doesn't cut your lap time though, like it does in 2013 and previous year. So come to the end of the flying lap, and that is going to be a quicker time, 124.1, and that's pretty good. So as you can see there, we are first. We'll start first in tomorrow's race with Lewis Hamilton second, Nico Rosberg third, and Kimi coming home in fourth. So it's usually the same there, and Ricciardo in fifth. So it's usually the same, so let's just jump into the race.
The cars are on the grid, and the crowd's excitement is building ahead of lights out. There's nothing better than starting from the front row of the grid, and it should mean that Sebastian Vettel is favourite to win today's race.
It's certainly better for a driver to be out in front, as they're able to drive without having to contend with the dirty air and overheating caused by being sat behind another car.
Hoping to build on their impressive performance last time out will be Ferrari. The last Grand Prix saw their best result of the season. It's a performance that they'll want to match, or even better this time out.
Both drivers look really happy with how the car performed all weekend. This is a different track with different demands though, and I think they won't find it easy to repeat that result here today.
Alright, we are on the grid for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's looking a bit overcast at the moment, but hopefully that's not going to bother us too bad. So we get our setup up now. And so it's looking like it's going to be a 3-stop race here at Spain. Doesn't surprise me really. The tyre wear on this is very strong, and this race is very long. 33 laps around this circuit. Can take quite a bit, as you can see. Estimated race time 47 minutes. Of course, it's only 18 minutes for you, or around 15 minutes for you guys. So like I said, I try and cut out the boring bits, just so you guys don't get too bored, and just keeping them exciting bits there. So now let's just get underway really. So we're on the Grand Prix. We got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're away for the Spanish Grand Prix. 33 laps to go. as we are off the line. Look at the Mercedes coming right up my rear. He's backed off there a bit. And looks like Hamilton's going straight up the inside now as we go into the first corner now. Who's going to brake? I'm going to outbrake him there. I'm going to come into the corner. Hopefully no contact was made as we go up the hill now. Had to cut there. I wasn't sure if he was on the outside of me as we come into this flat out right-hander now. The long right-hander before the little straightaway, before the double hairpin section now. So we come into quite a very loose hairpin section before the tight hairpin. That's quite awkward. And it's got a weird exit there. So we've got a good lead. So we've managed to shoot off. Hamilton second, Rosberg third. That's pretty good for us. Now in the previous race, I know I stuffed up. It was not actually Rosberg battling with Kimi Raikkonen. It was actually Hamilton. Leave me alone. Couldn't really see on the recording screen that I'm doing it on. As we come up the hill now, and I think it's time to look at the only replay camera of the Grand Prix, because it was the only interesting one. So let's just take a look at the start there. So we got away. Rosberg, it looked like he was gaining on me there, but then he must have broke. So yeah, he brakes there just to try and not run into us. And then Hamilton just went hard out on the gas on the start, but we just hung around the outside, made it stick, and we managed to pull back in front for the lead here of the Grand Prix now as we go up the hill, or up the flat out right-hander now, before the double hairpin section. So look at that field, they are right behind us, and they are looking very mean there, but it doesn't matter, because that's not our focus. Our focus is in front of us, and there's no one in front of us, and that's the way we want it to stay. Of course, we are going to lose in pit stops and everything, but that's the way we want it to stay for the majority of the race. As we came up the S section, now we're coming back into where we're going to jump back in. So this was really the only need for a replay camera in this. There was nothing else really interesting that I could get in the replay cams. I mean, there was quite a few interesting moments, but nothing really. As we go now back into our car on the end of lap 5, sorry, on the start of lap 5 now, coming across the line. So nothing has really happened. We've held P1, no one's come close. We've kind of kept that gap there from what we had a while back there. Just moved my mic a bit out the way there. Hopefully you can still hear me now as we go up there section now. The flat out right-hander. Tyres are doing quite well. Coming around for a pit stop soon now as we're going to go into the double hairpin section now. A pretty easy hairpin this one. It's not really a hairpin, it's more or less a U-turn. Now as we come into a hairpin here now as we go down into the brakes. Knock it down to third, pick it back up again to fourth, into fifth now, in the sixth we're going to go, and we're not going to go to seventh as we brake now to go down to fourth, as we skip there onto lap 8 now, so nothing happened there, just pit stop, so we're down in P6 now, and it looks like Bottas is coming right up our chaps there, and he's managed to mug us off on the inside, like an absolute robber really. I don't know what else to say there now as we go around the outside. Can we make it stick? No, we would have ended up in the gravel if we kept driving like that. That was absolutely appalling there in that S section. We're going to get right on the tail of him. We had a bit of a battle with him in practice. Stick it up the inside. We're going to fly, hold the apex, and we're just going to absolutely smoke on by him. I'm going to say adios to Bottas now. P6 for us. And now our next, I guess, victim is Ricciardo. Dan Ricciardo is always in 5th. I don't know why, but he's always in 5th in the Grand Prix. Now as we skip onto lap 10 now, we're on the back of Ricciardo, coming up through the S section.
He's around 3 seconds a lap slower.
3 seconds slower, so that means we're either, I think we could be 2 seconds faster than Ricciardo. They're coming on the back of him now for the straightaway. Can we make the move coming into the hairpin or the U-turn? We go up the inside. Is he going to stick it around the outside? No, we're going to hold it. He's going to slide in behind us, and that is P5. And now Massa is our next victim here for P4. We're absolutely blitzing it through here at Spain. Nobody's stopping me from getting in front of Rosberg here in this race. The only thing that's worrying me is tyre wear. Yes, that's tyre wear. As we come up now into this bit of awkward right-hander up the hill, nearly made a bit of contact. We're going to floor it down the straight. We're going to get DRS as we go straight up the inside, and he's just going to be a sitting duck, really. No, he's pulled away from us there, but we're going to outbrake him and hopefully come down in front of him. And yes, that is P4 for us now. As we skip now onto lap 16. So we're pitting this lap now. As we come down into the hairpin, we've lost a lot of tyre wear. We're in P1 again, only because of the pit stop. So we've got a bit of a lead, as you can clearly see. It is a huge lead, but I don't think it's going to be enough to pit and hold P1. As we come now into the right-hander now. Down we go into the chicane, and we are dominating this race. We're doing a...
happy with your creative interpretation of track limits. They've given you a 3-second time penalty.
Well, the sarcasm of this game is a 10 out of 10. Because that was actually pretty good. I'm surprised they put that in there. So now as we're going to go into the pits now. Don't want to bore you with too much. So light rain in around 10 minutes time. We're on lap 19. We're not going to go to the end on we're not going to go the end without rain, I don't think. We got one more pit stop to make.
Let's try and get past him.
And Hamilton is right there. We are taking P1 back from him. He hasn't pitted yet. So remember that. We've just come out of the pits about 2 laps ago. And he hasn't pitted yet. So he's going for a longer strategy than us. But that doesn't matter because we have got the pace to win this Grand Prix. We're doing a classic Sebastian Vettel 2013 star race. DRS. We're going to get right on the back of him. Go to the inside now into the hairpin. Ericsson's right there. It's going to be a side-by-side. He's going to stick it round. We're going to hold it right to the inside, and he's backed off, I think. And yes, he has. So that is P1 for us, and he's still got a pit. So I think it's all over Hamilton as we sweep up the inside of Ericsson. 2 wheels on the grass. Now as we come down into the final 4 corners now, into the chicane, that's what I meant. Down across to the final corner to the line here on lap number 19. It has been an astonishing race as we're catching up to some more lap cars. And I tell you what, we are just absolutely blazing a trail here at Spain. Nobody can stop me right now. I am just absolutely a goddess. Like, I am like Spartacus. Don't think he's a god, but anyway. No, actually, no, I'm not Spartacus. I don't want to die. So forget I said that. But anyway, as we go up now.
Looks like the car behind has an issue with DRS.
And oh!
DRS is not available.
And Hamilton, that'll be it for him. I think he's got no DRS at the moment. I don't know. He's got a failure there in the Mercedes team. I don't know if we can experience failures. If we go a bit wide there, got a bit excited about him getting failure on DRS. So that's absolutely brilliant for us. I don't even know if we can get failures. It'd be pretty good if we could. Oh, we've only experienced one problem in this championship season already. So we got the inside of Maldonado. A bit of contact.
Easy into the next few corners. We need to cool them.
Apparently we've got to... My bad, we've got to cool the tyres. I don't think so. Now as we tap him again and get out the way, Maldonado. I don't want to spin or anything. So now Perez is the next victim here. And oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. Maldonado's round. They tried to stick it up the inside of the leader.
Okay,
And I tell you what, that's what you get.
Let's get back up
So
to
now
the
Perez, as we come into the hairpin now, we're right on his chapstick, up the gearbox, we go up the inside, and he's going to brake to go in the pits. Is he? No, he's staying out. What a brave man. As we skip on lap 24 now, we're behind Button. Here is the lap car, and we just smoke it up the inside. Bit of corner cut there, didn't get pinned for it. Got some DRS, didn't expect to get DRS.
Remember to pit this lap.
So we're pitting this lap for the final pit stop of the race, hopefully. That's Burpistan, or however you say it. I'll learn the names eventually. We cut to lap 25. We just got round of Sauber. And now, oh, he's off the track a bit. Kvyat as it's starting to rain now. Here it was probably raining in the previous one. He's got the inside of Sainz. And I think we're going to have to make another pit stop before the end of this race. Because I don't think we're going to go all the way. I think the rain's going to come down and we might have to switch to intermediates. Which I believe I just did. Correct me. I think I just switched to intermediates. As we come round now for the final corners of this lap here. We've gone in the gravel a bit. Not too much to worry about. Lap 27 now. The rain is coming down heavy. He's pitting. I don't know if he's pitting for intermediates or not. But my Jeff has not told me to yet.
I think the intermediates are the way to go now. We're seeing standing water on the track, and I don't see it drying out anytime soon.
Alright, so we're pitting this lap for the intermediates now. As you can clearly see, we're not getting very fast. We're losing a lot of pace here on these primes. And that's not good for us. Now as we come round, it's definitely starting to come down heavier and heavier. This is not lighting up. But you know what, it's pretty good for us because it's just giving us a bigger lead in the Grand Prix. So everyone's got a pit now. I wasn't sure if I was going to go the end on these tyres anyway. As we skip now to lap number 28. I don't know why we skipped to the end of the lap. Oh yes, because we're pitting there. As we come down into the final few corners now. Down to the final hairpin before the pits. We're definitely losing a lot of traction here. As you can see how slow we're going. And can we get into the pits now? Yes, we are going to get into the pits. So we're going to pit in for them intermediates. Tap the wall there. I do it every time. I don't know why. As we come in now for the intermediates. And I think that this is going to be our finishing position really in the ground. So now it's going to roll in. Are they going to be ready? They've got the intermediates, you beauties. It's dripping off the side. We are exiting now. And I think we've done it. Is Hamilton going to pass us? No, because he's pitted. Never mind. 29 of the Grand Prix. We have got 5 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. Now, we don't want to cross that right line. That could have been very bad. We've already got a 3-second penalty. So we've got to remember to win by 3 seconds or more. As we come round now up the hill. We've got the intermediates out and it's time to kick ass. Here as we go straight up. And there it is. DRS is now disabled in the Grand Prix now, so that's not a problem for Hamilton because he never had it from around lap 17. As we cut to lap 32 now, the final lap of the Grand Prix, we've got a huge lead, and I think that's going to be all over, and that's going to be all she wrote for the Grand Prix, because we are going to absolutely smash it. And I tell you what, we've done so well here at the Spanish, I don't know why I said that, the Spanish Grand Prix, and it's just been so amazing that really, I think it's going to bring a tear to my eye, as now I definitely think we need the wet tyres. I already chose them just in case, because this track is definitely becoming a lot wetter, and I believe they end up pitting for the wet tyres if I'm correct. So we should have pit on the next lap. If there was another lap, I would have probably pitted for the wet tyres, because it is just absolutely hammering down here at Spain, here at the Grand Prix, and this is absolutely ridiculous. I can't drive in these conditions. Nearly hit the gravel trap there as we go up the hill, and I've got absolutely no traction whatsoever coming up the hill. And there we go, Jeff's told us to put the wets on, but it doesn't matter because we're finishing this race on these tyres because it's our final lap. We come into the hairpin now, and we are going to hopefully win it unless we do something really, really stupid. But you know what, I think it's time. Is it that time? I think it is. We've done so well at the Spanish Grand Prix. We're going to overtake for the lead. Let's get our championship song riled up here. Our signature song. Let's get it going. There it is. Get it going. Get it pumping. We come round to the final corner of the Spanish Grand Prix. Lap 33 of 33. And we will win here at Spain. So we win here at the Spanish Grand Prix with a 34-second win, I believe that is, and a minute 4 over third. As we go down, we lapped to 2 laps. We lapped up to 5th place. Kimi was our next victim, but unfortunately we didn't get to him. And I believe we will be in the lead of this championship now. So that was just astonishing. That was a brilliant race. And we are now in front of Rosberg. So that is brilliant. Hamilton's now in 3rd. So that is great. As we look at the constructors, we are catching them now. And we are only 6 points behind. Join me next time for round 6. And remember, if you enjoyed, leave a like. And thank you ever so much for watching. Goodbye.